Hey guys, welcome back to Pikastache's The Royal Trap playthrough. So we just left with me pretty much running away and throwing up in the restroom. And yeah, pretty much I think everyone else watching this should too. So I don't really know what happened, but that's how it rolled out. So let's continue and hope I don't try to gag myself again. Okay. This time the leaving is final, blah blah blah. We don't need to go back into the kissing part. That was disgusting. And that could just be because I'm forever alone. Okay. And yet, my other purpose was to see Oscar married safely and well. No one expected me to achieve a union with Eleanor, but if I did, everything would be forgiven, even if Cassidy did not pardon and reward me herself. And I'm sure she would. Osundar would grant me the benefit of my actions, and my prince would prosper. Even in that light, it would surely be my duty to pursue contact with Cassidy and Callum. Contact indeed. There's no obligation for a prince to live like a monk. Some potential brides may frown on premarital escapades. Others prefer a mate with experience. It is a woman's choice what she wants, and the man's choice what he wants to be. There should be no outrage on the part of his family if I were to spend time with Callum, only if I were to attempt to marry him, and considering the value they seem to place on him as a marriage token, perhaps not even that. They have had their share of well-wed sons. Okay, they only had like 2 sons and 1 died. I don't understand. Okay. What am I thinking? This is ridiculous. One moment's excitement is not a promise of anything. Not on either of our parts. I'm not even sure how I feel about him, much less what he feels about me. Far more important, our political purposes, is the question of how Cassidy feels about Oscar. There most certainly would be an uproar if she exercised her prerogative to choose a husband so quickly. But she is the heir. She makes that decision and stands by it. That would be great. If, okay. But would she dare? If I convince her that my sweet Oscar is the man whom she should raise to the throne, none of this makes any difference that I can speak with Cassie again. Until, or at least send messages reliably. For now, I must be content to wait. At least I know that all hope is not lost. Thus, for the moment, I remain at loose ends, floating between moments without so much as a deck of cards with which to amuse myself. But that is not so terrible. I still have a window. Oh yeah. My parents believe that children should be seen and not heard. This applied more to myself than to my sister, for she was older and an heir, not just a child. In those lessons which we shared, I was meant to wait my turn until she asked the questions. In public, I was meant to listen, not speak. And so did I. So I did. I could sit in the chair for hours, never moving, never speaking. Easy enough if there was a scene of interest unfolding in front of me. Easy also if my seat allowed me a glimpse of the outdoors. Sunlight on leaves, grass in the breeze. However, the sight of these sets my mind free to wandering. I could be a rabbit leaping across the hills. I should be an insect with a pretty red and black shield on my back. Or perhaps I could be a fairy of dawn, painting each blade of grass with its tiny drop of dew. It has been a long time since I last remembered my daydreams, but they are still out there waiting for me. I stare out the window, lost in my mind, until at last darkness comes and I find sleep. Hey, wake up, okay. It is the sunlight again. It rouses me in the morning. For those first moments, I don't quite remember where I am, and I roll against the stone wall and trying to get out of bed. Then, of course, it all washes over me. Oscar, Cassidy, Callum. Callum promised he would come back for me. I have no idea how long it will take for him to reach his sister, or come up with a new plan. There's nothing I can do but wait. I may as well go back to sleep. How often do I get the chance to lie in with my regular occupation? But as I should have expected, it's not quite so easy to convince my body to return to slumber. Instead, I lie awake, staring up at the stone ceiling, wondering how many blocks there are over my head. Alas, counting them, more than once to be certain, takes up very little of the day. Inactivity is a luxury that quickly becomes a burden. I thought it would be easy for me, but with my childhood background to draw on, perhaps I've changed more than I thought I had. Footsteps. You, on your feet. What's going on? You're being relocated. What? Where? Relocated, he said, not released. Keep your mouth shut. Come along. Don't give me any trouble. Don't give us any trouble. Us. Too many guards for me to have much chance of escape. I have to go along with them. My training has taught me that in a captive situation, biding your time and waiting for a better opportunity can be a mistake. You are already in a weaker position. Any time you spend to strengthen yourself, your enemies can spend as well, and more effectively. Surprise may be the only advantage available. But my safety is not my only concern. There's Oscar and Callum. If I trust him, if I believe in him, then I have to believe that he is planning something. And so? Attack him! Attack the guard! I walk quietly through the palace halls, escorted by the guards. The back halls, that is, as much as possible. They're trying to keep me out of sight. At last they bring me through into an unoccupied guest room? Okay, that's cool. You'll be staying here for long. I see. Look, I don't want any part of this, you hear? Any part of what? I never did you no harm, right? Okay, right? Okay, he's warning. Okay. If you have any requests, let us know. I hope he doesn't mean any last request. Oh gosh. But nothing funny, right? I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know who you really are. But with all the guests, I'm not taking chances. So you stay quiet and we'll get along fine, right? He seems to be waiting for some acknowledgement, as if I were some more of far higher status than he. Perhaps I am. Better to keep him thinking along those lines at least. Oh no! Back. Those are my save points. Okay. I draw myself back and nod. Okay. Your meal will be brought up shortly. Oh, I'm hungry. Okay. And he leaves. I'm alone in a comfortable room and safe, at least for now. Cautiously, I test the doorknob. Locked. I'm still a prisoner. But now, I'm a prisoner with access to luxury. Carpet, soft cushions, water. I might not last, so better not waste it. I hurry to make use of the bath. Good thing we didn't have to see it. Okay. After I clean myself a bit and return to the front room to my new prison, I find a meal waiting for me. Fresh bread, fish, stew that might have been warm if I had been present for its delivery. There are even a few bits of baked spiced apple. I think that's just apple pie. Okay, whatevs. Okay. There's certainly no hardship here. No hardship, that is, except for the uncertainty. I have no more information about current events than I did before, and little more to occupy myself with. These rooms may be intended to hold me, but they are far less secure than the dungeons below. I could easily bypass the locked door, if not for the guard behind it. More promisingly, there are no bars on the windows here. I would not like to risk the walls in broad daylight with no equipment, but should I need to make a rapid exit, the option is available. Callum promised me he would return, or at least send a message. I can wait until nightfall. If there have been no developments by then, I can look for more information on my own. He's not gonna come for you, okay? Okay. I eat, and I sit, and I think, and the time passes. ... It is some hours later, but still long before dark, I hear disturbance outside my door. Business. Prisoner. Oh, it's another guard. He's gonna kill you. It's gonna kill you. Don't watch her. Don't let her. That sounds like it could be trouble. Flee now, or submit, or prepare to fight. Hey, there's no option. I prepare to fight, okay? My daggers are gone. But there are always weapons to be found for the resourceful. Okay, at least you're doing what I would think I would do. Okay. No time. I step up to the side of the door opens, positioning myself where I won't be expected. him! What the? Okay. Madame Valois. He closes the door behind him. I trust your new environment is more comfortable? Yes, but what's going on? Why am I here? As you suggested, I pushed my way through Cassidy's chambers. It would not have been possible if she had not heard the noise outside and opened her own door. She is still under guard. She was, distressed to discover that once again our parents had discarded truth and arranged matters as they saw fit. Cassidy insisted on an audience with them at once. And this was the result, a partial reprieve. They will not alter their public sentencing, but in private they agree there will be no reason to punish you. I am still officially a traitor then. That's no reprieve at all. Why are they doing this? I was not there. You would do better to ask those questions of my sister. Is she coming here? I was hoping that you could come to us, to avoid notice of the guards. You have certain talents, as I recall. Would you be able to reach my quarters from here by way of Windows? Windows Vista? Okay, just kidding. We all know Windows Vista sucks. And Windows 8, by the way. Okay. It would be easier if I had my special gloves, but if you can direct me, I believe I can reach you. But if the guards come in while I'm away, that would be hard to explain. Wait until after the evening meal, if you're concerned. They should have no further reason to disturb you. After Cassidy's orders, I doubt there will be much trouble, but we all have much to discuss. My sister will be there, as well as Miss Orphe. Yes, where is your new shadow? Outside with the guards. I told him to hold her there. I'm not leaving her loose. I still don't know what she'd do. And yet he's letting her out of his sight to visit me? What do the guards think you're doing in here? What? You requested privacy to be alone with a prisoner. Do they believe that you are here to interrogate me? Okay, let's stop here. I don't like where this is going, but okay, before I just completely vomit all over my laptop. So make sure to like, subscribe, favorite if you want, and thank you for watching!